How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the MLK stream. What an exciting time. I can't believe it's already here. 2018 MLK.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh, you're unbelievable. Okay.
Do you think this year's gonna be worse or better than last year?
I think 2017 was bad on a political level.
Well, yeah. I agree.
But otherwise I had a great year.
I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, not every part of it was great.
It was stressful.
I feel like 2016 fucked everyone.
Yeah.
But maybe I have a shitty view of it. I don't know. 2017, I felt like I had a better year. I feel like 2016, just front to back, was evil. Like, I had pets die and family die, and I just felt like every level of 2016 was bad. But 2017, there was some bad shit, but in the middle of it, the good things happened. That was how it was for me, but I don't know.
It's just exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, 17 was okay. 18 is gonna be awesome. 18 is gonna rule.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this one.
I have a good feeling about it.
Me too. Everyone I think everyone here has been so patient with waiting for version 4 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's gonna all be this year, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for this year.
Same here. Go ahead and call in. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast.
Oh,
and call in.
Legitimately, what did you think of the post? Was it good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you think I was going to leave that movie going, that was fucking bad?
Well,
I mean, be real. I'm not going to say it was my favorite movie of the year. It was a Spielberg directed movie about shit that went down with the New York Post.
During Watergate?
Not really. It's actually more about their leaking of the Vietnam papers and stuff prior to all that. And kind of the untold story of how they leaked a lot of these documents and were they right to do that and blah, blah, blah. They couldn't have timed it better putting that movie out.
Right.
It's awesome. But, I mean, it's Spielberg directed. John Williams does the music. Tom Hanks is in it. Bob Odenkirk and David Cross are in all these scenes together.
What the fuck?
It's like, how did that happen?
Whoa.
So yeah, anyway.
Do you think they asked themselves the same thing?
Yeah, I'm sure they were standing on set going, what the fuck are we doing here? So for that, it was cool.
I mean, it gets to a point, I think, when you're making it so far in Hollywood, they're both established enough that's not unheard of. But you have to sometimes take a step back and be like, we were just doing this dumb fucking show.
Totally.
And now we're in a Spielberg movie.
Absolutely. I was going to, what was I going to say? The one thing that's annoying about the movie, I will say this. Meryl Streep is so good in it.
No, she sucks.
She's going to win another fucking award.
Oh.
Haven't you won I mean... You know what I mean? It's like you turn on award shows and it's like, God, Meryl Streep's winning again. Let somebody else get an award.
Did you see the Golden Globes? Did you watch that?
No.
We were on a plane, actually, flying home from Tioga. But I had it on because Southwest, you have live TV. So I was watching. And when it was for Best Actor in a Drama, it was Tom Hanks, Daniel Day-Lewis, Gary Oldman, Denzel Washington, and this fucking kid, who was sitting.
You just let the kid have it.
He was sitting there like this, just like. I mean, you have the greatest actors of all time, and you hey, you know what? I'm not gonna win this one, but I'm just gonna enjoy this.
Hey, that's why I give props to Daniel Day-Lewis. He's getting the hell out of there. He's like, let some kid win.
Yeah, I just saw that, and I saw the kids. First of all, I've never seen a more stacked thing in my life of these are the best actors. Get Leonardo DiCaprio in there, and you I think it's all of them.
Yeah.
But to see this one kid I've never heard of before, just be like, it's so funny, very funny.
Okay, let's talk to. Go ahead and call in. Let's talk to Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Yo, hey, how's it going?
Doing? Look at those sweet posters you got framed. Hello? Josh?
Oop.
Oh, you froze
Sorry,
for a second.
you're breaking up a little.
Oh.
Yeah, there.
See those posters? They're all framed and look nice.
Yeah, that does.
Are they framed? I can't tell if they are. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Yeah.
Happy 2018.
Happy 2018 to you. Your wall looks sick. I see me and Rocco front and center
Oh,
above the
thanks.
TV. It's beautiful. Look at that. Oh my god.
Sorry, some of them are kind of hidden by the TV.
No, that's
But,
alright.
like-
Beautiful.
That looks so good. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a question tonight, Josh?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you have a question for us? Oh, he can't hear us. Josh.
I'm bailing on this.
Oh,
I can't deal with it.
I really enjoyed your wall,
Josh, we loved the setup. We loved the
Sorry,
setup.
well, not the mic setup and the camera.
No, not the mic setup.
That was.
just the
What was
whole-
that? Us or
whole
him?
room.
That's
I
the
think that was
question.
him.
Yeah, it's probably him. We have a T4 line over here. So.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hey, I have a few questions.
Okay.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm Mexican.
Polo.
Lotto.
Is your name Polo?
Yeah, that is my name.
Okay, what's up? How's it going?
It sounds like it's going fine.
Do people say that they like that kind of shirt a lot to you? I feel like that'd be a joke you'd be sick of.
Yeah, come on.
I'm saying
Yeah,
that.
so I'm on his side.
I'm on his side too. That
Well,
sucks.
you asked, but you asked.
I asked if that happens to him.
Okay,
I
so
don't do it.
Not good.
Sorry.
actually, Polo is like Polo Norte, like North Pole.
Paula.
So, oh my God, I cannot stand North Pole jokes. And
Ooh.
Oh.
actually, you seem to be studying electronics engineering.
Okay.
So, yeah, and a common thing is poles, which in Spanish is polos. So every time a teacher's like, and this pole goes like this, and you find a pole like this, and everybody like, they find you like this way. Come on, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's annoying.
Bro.
Do you ever tell your parents like, why did you do this to me? Why?
Yeah, I know why.
Oh, why?
So, my grandfather's name is Leopoldo, and the way you say that, like the short way is Polo, my name.
Gotcha.
So my name is like a nickname.
Well, so your name is a nickname.
Yeah, my name is a nickname.
How about that? How about
It
that,
happens
Polo?
sometimes, you know.
It happens. Well, you have a question to Polo.
Yeah, I do. I want to know if if you've gone to record something ever, and like you got to go to the park or something, and you forgot something.
Oh my
something
God.
you needed, like a prop, and I want to know if this has ever affected the outcome of a video.
Yes, Polo, 100% yes. Every single time we film, ever, we forget something, whether it be a tripod plate for the camera, or a piece of a costume,
Yeah.
or the mic, or the reflector. It is a constant struggle. Garrett has gotten annoyed with us. What did he say that one time? You're wasting my time.
You're wasting so much of my time.
You're wasting so much of my time forgetting these things. And we thought,
No.
well, we didn't.
We wasted our own
We
time.
wasted everyone's time. Everyone's time was wasted, and
Yeah.
we're sorry.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Yeah, I think was when we went all the way out to the location for that Castlevania video and didn't have the camera. And we got all the way out there, and it was. Anyone get the camera?
Oh,
Well, that's it. And I mean, the night was canceled. That was it.
that was such a bummer.
Yeah.
And it was like, a process to get there, get in costume, get everyone there,
Yeah.
light it. Where's the camera? Are you fucking
Yeah,
serious?
it wrecked everything.
Oh,
Because everyone thought I was getting. Because I usually get the camera shit.
that's his job.
And so everyone thought that was me, but I was in makeup and costume as Dracula. So I thought, well, they don't expect.
Surely one of us.
Surely someone else will get the camera. They don't think I'm going to do it, and I was wrong.
Yeah, that was brutal. So it happens all the time.
But I'm trying to think of a video where we actually it changed the video because
Yeah, I
we
wanna
didn't
know
have the stuff.
I remember there are times like I don't know if it changes the video, but do you remember we did our Christine Owens parody?
Yeah.
We forgot the tripod plate, and you were fucking pissed. You're so mad that in some shots you can still tell that you're like still not over the fact that we never.
Really?
Yeah, you're still pissed. Like it maybe changes the mood for the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if it changes the outcome, but I'm sure that there's times like, hey, just don't wear that hat. Who cares? You know, we. Yeah. So yes, I'm gonna say that happens. That's a good question. All the time. Yeah. We had a really big shoot for version 4, and it was far away. And I think Kevin and I packed up this entire warehouse just in case, because we didn't want to forget anything. And it's like, there's no going back if we forget something. So we just have to bring everything. So, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do it. There's so much stuff to remember.
It is. I know it is. I film a lot, so.
Oh, you do? What do you film?
Yeah. I don't know. I just write things and I film things with my buddies. It's what I do. Other than studying, you know. It's like,
oh yeah, dude.
And you guys helped me with that. You're an inspiration, so thank you.
Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Well, Polo, I want to say thank you for your call. Good luck in school. And sorry about the lame jokes about your name.
Yeah, they happen. Also, I'm going to see you guys someday in game days. It's so far away from here, but
where
I'll be there.
Where do you live, Polo? I forget.
I'm in Mexico, right in the middle. It's called Aguascalientes.
Oh,
translates to hot waters.
Oh.
But I'll be there.
Cool. Well, then we'll see you.
Yeah.
When days I'm gonna go to hot waters?
I don't know. It's a long story about tubs in the 18th century, and they were hot or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna go down there and visit you, and then you can tell me the story there.
Yeah, it's a fun place here. So
what's the best food there?
It's, you know, it's always tacos, but
yes.
Yeah, but
I can have a taco for every meal and be happy. Every single meal.
Do you know how tacos are here, though?
Oh, this is a good call now. Well, is it different than how a taco is here?
I mean,
No,
I don't know if you know, but
here, let me say my ideal taco for me is corn tortilla, or 2 corn tortillas on top of each other with guacamole, then cilantro and onion, and then carne asada, and then he says no, and then maybe some salsa on top of that. But that's my ideal taco. What am I doing wrong here?
I mean, don't get me wrong. What you eat is delicious. I've eaten it before.
Okay.
But that's not really a taco.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
You're doing it wrong. Okay, now what is a taco?
You are. Well, before I go on, it's like the equivalency of, pizzas here in Italy. It's like...
Oh, my God.
We know what they are, and they're both good, but they're different.
They're very different, okay.
Here, it's basically the same thing, tortillas, meat, and vegetables, but, like tomatoes and lettuce, that's an invention you made.
Oh, we don't do that. We do that. I don't like that. That's not the kind of taco I'm looking for.
I agree with that.
I'm not looking for
really?
that.
Well, carne asada is still not a thing.
Carne asada is not a thing.
Yeah, no, it's like
American
head
thing?
tacos. It's like cabeza, like head tacos. That's like the standard taco.
Head
everywhere.
taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, head taco. I've had that.
Like a
when I was in Mexico.
Cow head taco?
Yeah. That's the standard. That's actually that's what you get everywhere. And it sounds weird in English more than anything, but it's delicious. It's like I could eat it any day, every day.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had that when I was in Mexico, and it was great.
A head taco.
Yeah.
And that's it. Do they have like pig head taco, or is it always just the cow head?
There's pig head tacos, but they're a little more rare. They're like
why
normal.
not eat the other parts? Why the head?
I guess it's the better tasting. I'm not really sure about that.
All right. But you also do the corn tortillas with the guacamole, cilantro, onion. Is that yes or no?
No. That's a no.
Let's say you go down the street. Tell me step by step what would be in the taco that you get.
So I just go and say, one taco de cabeza, head taco, and they ask eventually if you want onions and cilantro. That is the thing.
Okay.
But it's a little different than what you know. And it's always a yes. It's like if you say no, you're not respected by anyone.
Yes, right.
So it's yes, and then they immediately give it to you, and right in the sand.
Nice.
And
guacamole isn't it though? There's guacamole.
Guacamole is it's optional. You put it in if you want, but like Mexican gastronomy is known for having one specific salsa for each kind of taco. There's
Oh.
also al pastor tacos, which my mom told me not to put a guacamole in those. It's good, I guess, but the true flavor of it comes out with the red salsa. There's always going to be red salsa in
Red
tacos.
salsa, by far the best salsa.
There's different
though, you can get
red
cabeza
salsas.
tacos anywhere here. I
You
see
can?
those all the time. Yeah.
Cabeza tacos?
Yeah.
Huh.
Really? I went to LA once in my life, and I saw a taco stand, and I was amazed. But
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty sure they don't taste the same.
Oh, probably not.
And yeah, probably. And I also have a big problem with U.S. tortillas. What are those?
Well, let me tell you, there are the Mission tortillas, garbage. They're no good.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's just the taco shops I go to have good corn tortillas. That's just a normal tortilla, I think. Oh man, now I'm curious.
They're like packaged, and you have to microwave them. That's how I've seen them all my life.
If you go to a real taco shop, then they'll make the tortillas there. But I have seen that microwave situation happen. That's unfortunate. You know when that happens that you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I heard a burrito was an American invention. Is that crazy talk or is that real? Do you have burritos out there?
We have burritos, but they're really different. They're even more different than tacos.
Okay.
American burritos are giant. I don't know why.
They're huge, yeah. They're like this big.
And they're good.
Oh,
they
yeah.
are good.
Okay.
But it's just I don't know how you say harina. It's like another kind of somebody in the chat will say, and they're not huge, and they usually have cheese. Actually, no, they just have the same thing as taco has, but they usually don't have onion and cilantro.
So it's this meat. It's just the meat, the head meat.
We don't have Johnny Rockets.
Guacamole, and then what else?
That's about it.
That's the burrito.
Roll it. Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But I don't know. They usually make them with guisados. It's like it's different kinds of meat made differently, and they must not be in the U.S. So
no.
Here's my recommendation. Whatever, however you say that. Whenever you go to here in Mexico, anywhere that isn't the north, because I guess the north is a little more Americanized.
Right.
Go to a taco stand in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
No, not in downtown.
But go to taco stand, and then what should I order?
Yeah, go to a taco stand and order one taco de cabeza.
Okay.
Say it with me.
Taco de cabeza?
Yeah. And one taco de bistec.
One taco de bistec?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's actually I don't know. I asked that. But it's one of the other standards, and then the third one is taco de pastor.
Taco pastor. They have that here. Yeah. I've had that. That's good.
Yeah, you probably had.
Probably a shitty version of that, but I've had that.
One of the best.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed this taco conversation. I want to try taco de cabeza. De la cabeza.
De cabeza.
De cabeza. No la. Get the la out of here. Taco de cabeza. Okay, I'm gonna try that, and I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, beefsteak is just steak.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Right?
It's. I don't know. I wouldn't say it is.
I'm gonna say it is.
Rocco says it is. This guy knows. He's a food influencer.
He doesn't.
And next time you're up here, try California burrito and see what you think of that.
Yeah, I really do want one. I watch Rocco's food reviews constantly.
It's something.
Oh god, yeah.
It's good. It's not a regular burrito, but it's something.
Yeah, the one with Cheetos. Oh my god, I need that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, Polo, have a good one. Thanks for the call, man.
Thank you for taking it.
I like that guy. We should get taco de cabeza. No la. Taco de cabezas and eat them.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It felt weird eating the head. Does that bother you?
It really is not. When you eat it, it's like you're already eating the ribs.
I know. Isn't that weird? That eating testicles.
It's like your face is in the
Is that weird to you? Eating like a bull testicle?
I mean, I guess inherently, but if somebody told me, "Hey, this is delicious," I fucking eat it. I don't care. if I can't get it out of my head that this is the nuts of the bull. Yeah.
It's I don't know. I've heard they're good though.
Yeah.
I've heard they're good.
Brandon.
What's up, dude?
Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off the stream.
All
okay.
right. I'll allow it.
All right. I got a question. I can't see you guys, but yeah, I got a question. Is that cool?
That's so cool.
Yes.
All right. So for our English class, we were allowed to like choose our own books to read.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked Catch-22.
Okay.
Do you guys have any favorite books maybe you read in school or like read now?
You know,
Just
the book
whatever.
I read in school that I read in like senior year was Ender's Game. Did you ever read that?
Yeah, I did. I was like the
Ender's
only kid who
Game?
didn't care for it.
Oh, dude, I fucking
didn't
loved
care.
it. Ender's Game.
All my friends went ape over that.
Yeah,
It was
I loved that. Was like the one book that I had to read that I was like I couldn't put down for school. Like I liked Lord of the Flies and that.
I like Lord of the Flies.
I liked that, but that was like, oh, it's like a sci-fi book. This is fucking rules.
The sci-fi mind blower for me was Brave New World in senior year.
Yeah.
That was the book that I read that I was like, oh my god,
I never read that.
They're like nailing all this stuff, and I was like, when was this written? The 80s? And he's like, 1932. What? So that blew my mind. There's so many things they get right in that about shitty future stuff.
You know, my least favorite book was Animal Farm.
I didn't hate
that
Animal
book.
Farm.
Hated
I didn't
it.
hate it.
Oh, I hated
Yeah, I read that in middle school, so it was like I missed most of like the really allegorical stuff.
I read that in freshman year, and I felt like I wasn't ready for it then. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't smart enough to read that then. But
No, I didn't hate that. I hated. There was a movie or a book called the Good Earth. I hated The Good Earth.
didn't read that.
And there was another one. Oh man, there's another one that I know. It's like if you say it, I'll just be repulsed.
Oh, I know what it was. Fuck, you talked about it before. Oh, it's like a little boy who has like shit happen, like the devil pees on him or something, right? Like rain when it rains.
Yeah.
During the day, it's a devil crying, the devil beating his wife or some weird shit.
Something dumb. I like The Giver.
I loved The Giver, but that was like I read that in like 5th grade. But I loved that book.
I ended up reading that in ninth
I didn't
grade.
like the way it ended. That was.
I don't remember.
I think that's the only thing I didn't like.
I would honestly really recommend Ender's Game. It's like an easy read. I think it's for like middle schoolers, but it's fucking great. So read that.
All right.
I don't read a lot of books. You know, I look at like Emma reads books all day, every day. She always is reading a book, and that's just I was never that person. I wish I was that person.
I liked reading, but honestly, high school almost killed that. High school put all these mandatory things on reading that it ended up making it not fun.
You had to read 600 pages.
Did you guys have AR or something?
AR, yeah. Wait, outside reading, right?
Or like in elementary school.
I guess you didn't take all the reading classes.
In elementary school, we had a thing where like you take a quiz for every book you read.
Yeah.
And like by like middle school, I was just burnt out and like I never read.
Yeah, we had to read 600 pages every 6 weeks, and then you would get like if you didn't get your pages, you were fucked in English. And so you would like read a book, and your teacher would be like, "Okay," and you take the book and open it up and go, "Okay, who is Dr. Johnson here?" And if you didn't know, you were fucked. And it's like, "Oh, I don't know. That was in like." One page of this 700-page book.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, you didn't read it. And you wouldn't get credit for any of it. And it's just the worst.
Yeah, I remember reading the first Harry Potter book and getting a ton of pages. And then, she asked me, like, where did he live? I don't know. I'm trying to think of the city. You know? I don't know. Oh, it was under the stairs, so you didn't read it. And it's like, well, that's not what I thought you were. It was such a shit system. It was so dumb.
And they got rid of it too.
Yeah.
Krista didn't have to do it.
Yeah, as soon as we were gone, they ended it. And it was like, cool. That like harmed my relationship to reading forever.
And then if you read a book that was ever a movie, then you would only get 200 pages for it, even if it's so it's like if you read it, it's like, oh yeah, sorry, you only get the first 200 pages of it.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Fucking great.
As I get older now, I do read. I found reading again, but I read nonfiction. I almost never read fiction.
Really?
I read stuff that I am here's this thick-ass book about Walt Disney's last plans for Epcot before he died.
Right.
Yes, I'll read that tonight. But like novels and stuff, I don't.
You know what?
Because I would rather watch a film.
I like books on tape.
As late
for
as
that.
it sounds. Yeah.
I will listen to it while I'm driving.
Yeah.
But I don't read ever.
Yeah, it's like that part of me, that creative part that like wants to make stuff in my head is like focused on other stuff or burnt on other stuff.
Right.
That when I'm in my free time, I don't want to like do that. Isn't that funny? I'd rather just digest information.
Yeah. Hey, about book on tape, kind of, but more podcast stuff. I'm listening to so many podcasts lately, it's crazy. But I just found one called Heaven's Gate, and it is just like a 10 episodes, like what happened with Heaven's Gate, and it's fucking fascinating. So check that out if you're listening.
That's a podcast?
Yeah, Heaven's Gate. It's hosted by Glenn Washington, who also hosts Spooked and Snap Judgment, another 2 good podcasts. So check it out. I've been looking for more podcasts. I was starting to listen to like these true crime podcasts, like there's Last Podcast on the Left. I listened to a couple times, but I'm not sure if I listened to it. I'm not sure. It's like talking about each episode's about a murder, but then like making jokes all the way through it. And it's,
really?
And for me, it's like we make fuck up jokes all the time, but I kind of feel like I don't really know. Someone was just killed with a knife.
Yeah,
and
it's not our job.
I killed you. It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about this. So I don't know. But check out Heaven's Gate. Really good.
Yeah. I'll look it up.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks,
and
guys.
Ender's Game.
Yeah.
Okay. Come back after you read
cool.
that.
Thanks.
Thanks,
All right,
Brandon.
see ya. For some reason, I can't do documentary podcasts. Like when it comes to podcasts,
Really?
I just want to hear like, let's just shoot the shit.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's what we do, and I am not into that for some reason.
Oh, really?
I am into learning things and stories about like.
Yeah, like when it comes to learning things, I'll read it, but I don't want to hear about it. It's like, just the quickest way to absorb it for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
B.
Hi.
Sorry about those people you talked to earlier.
We don't know what that was.
Yeah, me either. I didn't have a question. I just wanted to tell Shawn that he's doing a very good job. I know he said he was having a bad day.
Oh, thank you.
And I wanted to show you guys my lock screen.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see it.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's
you.
amazing.
That is good. Thank you very much.
That's what you see in the new like 4K version of Dark Knight Rises.
You see that?
It's clear enough you could see that. That's a shot from that.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to be your lock screen.
Of course, yes. I just wanted to bring some posy vibes.
I appreciate all the positive vibes. Thank you, B.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
All right, you too.
You too. Take care. Okay.
See, positive vibes are out there. That Photoshop was fantastic.
Yeah, that was better than it should have been.
Yeah, so good.
I was serious earlier. So I got the Christopher Nolan box set. I've now, as of yesterday, watched every movie. They're all in 4K. It's crazy because they all look really good, but when they would go to the IMAX scenes, they are the best looking thing you've ever seen on a fucking TV. Because they're filmed with, there's film, we shoot with, you normally shoot with film that big.
Right.
That's still dense. You could blow that up to a huge size.
Right.
Well, when you shoot with film that's that big.
Yeah.
So anyway, the IMAX scenes are incredible. Well, I totally didn't realize Dunkirk was filmed. Dunkirk is like not big on a lot of dialogue.
Right.
So, the thing is, IMAX cameras are so big and loud, they don't really do intimate scenes well. That what they use them for is the big action set pieces where it's like, okay,
Right.
we're dubbing in all the sound anyway,
Right.
so they'll shoot action sequences on that. Dunkirk is one big action sequence. So I put in that movie and it's like, oh my god, 90% of that movie is shot with that. There's a couple little conversations where they go to a whatever, but oh my god, that is the best looking movie in 4K
I've never
right
seen
now.
it still.
I'm a little left cold by that movie still. It doesn't like connect to me. It is more about the event than the people, which is cool. That movie's an experience. It's like, oh fuck, oh no, oh fuck, and then it's over. It's like, okay, I didn't really know anyone that was in that, but okay. It's more about making you experience that incident that happened.
Right.
Which is cool, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily love it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But oh my god, it looks so good. But anyway, going through all these movies, Batman Begins, that's a movie that you really watch it now and you go, yeah, you were forced to. They were given a checklist of things he had to do.
Yeah.
But he did good with them.
Sure.
What were you gonna say?
I feel like that is a very 2005 movie.
Very. It's good for being of that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like of that era of like cheesy superhero origin movies. He did good with what he was given. It's still entertaining, but it's cheesy.
Yeah.
Dark Knight rules. Well, I watched them in order of release. So I watched Batman Begins. I watched The Prestige.
Now,
after that.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
How does that hold up?
I love it. It's
so
great.
So good.
I think it's still a fantastic.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that because I love that movie.
What's great too is how often they tell you the answer to that.
To the whole thing, yep.
So many times, but just like the people in the movie, you don't accept it because you go, well, they wouldn't do that.
How is that movie not bigger than what it is? The movie is like huge director, huge actors, amazing movie. What happened?
Yeah,
like, how is it not like a classic for everyone?
It's what is it? It walks this line that people are uncomfortable with which is this sci-fi? Is this not? What is this? Oh, it is. Oh, what? It kind of like doesn't, you know what I mean? It's kind of like Lost went through that, where people are, oh, this is supernatural, I'm checking out. And it's like, oh, I'm more interested.
Yeah.
I want to see what weird shit this goes through. You know what I mean? I think it just walks a weird line with people.
I feel like that's like, Catch Me If You Can is an example of this, where it's like, everything here is amazing.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that movie's never brought up.
Yeah.
In like the conversation of amazing, like best movies.
Yeah.
But that really could be my favorite Spielberg movie, and that is like a Catch Me If You Can is. I love it. It's great.
Catch Me If You Can. Yeah, I'm not going to say that's my favorite of his, but it is perfect.
Yeah, it's like for me,
it really is perfect.
It's like you got the best actors. You have the best director and the best composer and an amazing story, and it takes place in the 60s and 70s. I'm fucking in. This is like everything I ever wanted. So I don't know. I love that movie. And The Prestige.
Yeah, so Prestige is great. Dark Knight rules.
Oh yeah,
it's great. Then I watched. Then I hadn't seen in forever was Inception.
Oh yeah.
That's a fucking great movie, and I'm not even gonna say it's the greatest movie of all time or it's the best fucking whatever. But we need more movies like Inception. Big concept, blockbuster movie. And there's an interview with Christopher Nolan where he talks about that movie where he said, the concepts of that movie you could do in an indie movie or you could do whatever. But he's like, but I just feel like I grew up with big budget movies that made you think. And I wanted to make another one. To me, it's the best blend of big concept and action blockbuster. It merges the two really well. So that movie's great. I love Dark Knight Rises. I still do. I think it's a great disaster movie, a movie about the dangers of martyrdom, whatever you want to say, about the childishness of a lot of the superhero shit that is out there. But I will say, it was kind of the beginning of... Inception is pretty long, and then Dark Knight Rises is like... Does this need to be 3 hours?
See,
it's good. I like it,
that's
but it's
kind of what
long.
I took away from it. I only saw it once, I think, in theaters.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I liked it, but geez, my whole day's gone now.
Yeah, and even though Batman Begins is what it is, it's like, minute, hour 54, you got it. It's like you told the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours is not really needed. And then Interstellar has never been my favorite.
Yeah.
But I liked it more. Please see it again.
Yeah, because I saw it the once, and I was like, I think I'm too dumb for this movie.
Yeah. And I didn't care for it the first time, but I liked it more.
And I remember going on to like some fucking site talking about it, and everyone was like, yeah, it was just so predictable. I'm like, I don't even know what fucking happened. I'm like trying to figure it out what happened. And everyone's saying that it's an easy thing to digest. I don't know. What is this?
I like it. It's not perfect. But again, it's like it's like 2:54, and it's like, oh man, we don't need 3 hours to do this. And then you get to Dunkirk, and it's hilarious because then you get to that, and you go, oh, someone told them this is like an hour and 36 minutes. But anyway, Interstellar. There isn't another movie quite like it, and so for that I give it credit. But there's kind of some cheese in it. I don't know if I care about. I don't know. Huh.
I just like the comment, too dumb for Interstellar, too dumb for Splatfest. Yeah, I'm not a smart person, people.
There's some cool shit in Interstellar, but
no, there are cool.
It's not the best.
I really like them going down to that planet, and then they come back, and then that guy's age because like the gravity, the gravity.
An hour there was 7 years.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, incredible.
That was a cool idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's him going through that black hole. I'm thinking like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, I don't know what I'm seeing.
But that was a lot better the second time I saw it. I dug it.
To me, it was like, oh, you're trying to be 2001 Space Odyssey and just blow my mind, but I don't know if my mind's blown here.
Someone mentioned in the chat, I thought you were into cheesy stuff in movies, Rocco. Now, here's the thing. To me, it's whatever the universe calls for. I don't think Star Wars should be attacked for being cheesy. Star Wars has always been, I shall do what I must. Who's more foolish, the fool who follows it? Star Wars has always had this cheesy layer to it. Right. And to pretend it doesn't, to me, is wrong. Same with Tron. I remember Tron Legacy came out. Oh, some of the dialogue was cheesy. Oh, the sequel to the movie where you're stuck in a computer in 1982 was cheesy. It's like, to me, I don't know. The universe of Interstellar seemed a lot more rigid to me, and so to me, cheesy things stand out a little bit more. That doesn't ruin the movie for me, but I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel.
What won 3 billboards outside of something? That movie that won Best Drama that now is the front runner for the Oscars.
Is it 3 billboards?
3 billboards, and it continues on past that. It's like 3 billboards outside of.
Oh, there's a longer title?
Yeah, and that makes me not want to watch the movie because I hate the title so much. So hopefully that doesn't
I don't know anything about that movie, but I guess
I heard
I'll check it out.
Well, when did they announce? I'm going to look it up right now. When they announced the Academy Award stuff. Because it should be soon. It has to be soon.
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri?
Yeah. Fuck that title.
Okay, I'm going to talk to Nelly. Nelly.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, did you talk to those cretins earlier?
Yeah, those 2 weirdos. I don't know what was up with that. I had like
sorry about them.
I had an earnest question.
Yeah.
Not a real question. Just thought I'd bring up the topic. Rocco, have you heard about the new Devilman anime on Netflix that just went up?
I'm about halfway through it.
Oh, halfway through. Okay, excellent. I was actually gonna recommend it to you.
Oh, okay. Well, no need.
Yeah, January 23rd, Nelly, is when they're announcing the Academy Award nominees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's soon.
Oh, wow.
So hold on to your butts,
there.
Nelly.
I'm holding on to my butts. Didn't even know. Thanks for letting me know. I guess I wanted to, if you don't mind, bring up the topics of anime a little bit. If you don't mind, just a little light discussion about that.
I will approve of this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't want to dive too much into Devilman since you're still halfway through. But do you have any opinions on it so far?
Good. I haven't made up my mind. I'm still kind of.
Did you know anything about it going in, or were you just sort of like cold?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Okay, just
I
wanted
kind
to
of know. I guess I kind of know about the old version of it to a degree, but
yeah, it's the same. I saw it online and stuff. I thought it was just some cheesy thing about two dudes hunting demons with somewhat homosexual subcontext. I don't. But I won't get too deep. But it goes just slightly more than subtext for the homosexual romance. That's a bad thing. I think that's a plus. I think that's
I like it. I'm into
that. Rocco, do you read any manga, or do you just usually stick with anime?
Yeah, no, I don't really read too much of that. No.
You go backwards. I get confused.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I get that because you
every now and then there'll be a one-off thing that I want to check out, but that's
all. Did you ever hear of? Obviously, you're familiar with Astro Boy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about? I don't remember the name of the author who did it, but there was this guy who did this whole. Let me try googling it real quick while I'm talking. A guy who did
what's that author? Tezuka.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Well, I was gonna bring up, the I don't know if you know anything about the character Pluto, that robot character. They have like a whole few. I think it's just an episode in the anime about him. Let's see. What was it? You said Tezuka?
Osamu Tezuka, yeah.
Yeah, Osama Tezuka. Yeah, he wrote that. The remake of the Pluto arc. It was. I think it's like 6 volumes.
Pluto arc of what? Of Astro Boy?
Yeah, Astro Boy, the strongest or mightiest robot, whatever it was, about the Pluto robot going around the world, killing the strongest robots. He did a whole reimagining of it, turned it into kind of like a dark mystery sort of story. Fleshed out the characters, because I think in the show they were like a minute each for the characters. They're just there to fight this Pluto guy. But
I'm lost on that. I'm sorry, I could not follow.
Oh my god!
I did not know what was going on. I'm sorry,
Nelly.
Thank you for your call, but
I checked out. I'm so sorry. I forgot I was live.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Whoa.
It was a good call, Nelly. We do appreciate that, but too many details.
I think I'm gonna have to go soon. This is my last call. So whoever wants to be.
No, do like 5 more.
No. But we had a great night tonight.
Let's talk to Josh.
Josh!
Yo. Hey.
Hi.
Hopefully cutting the video is better now.
It's better.
What?
Okay. Yeah. So, how have you guys been? It's, like I said, it's 2018. You guys doing good?
I'm doing so good. I'm eating better, Josh, and I'm feeling better. How about you?
Yeah. I'm doing okay. I've got some hope. That's actually what I think I was going to make my question for tonight, and then I did have a small request if it's okay after that.
Okay.
So yeah, 2018, it's always exciting at the beginning of a new year, and I was just wondering maybe if you guys had one thing that you knew you wanted to get accomplished this year, whether it be, through Mega 64 or through, your personal life, what would that be? And I definitely have one as well that I'd like to share, if that's okay.
One thing that we'd want to get accomplished. I think, version 4 coming out. I would love to get that accomplished.
Yeah, and our book.
And another project that we haven't really discussed yet, but there's several things I want to get accomplished. That I have it's going to happen this year, so that's exciting. I want it to be soon. So, I see it on the horizon. The goal, the finish line is on the horizon. It's just a lot of obstacles to get there, but we will get there. So, it's very. I would like to say for a second that everyone watching, I really appreciate it, because our video production has gone down. We haven't listened to that many videos lately because we are working so hard on all these things that we're trying to get out to you guys. But it's such a undertaking. So I hope you understand, and I appreciate the patience for everyone. But once it comes out, I'm fucking stoked. I'm so excited for people to see this.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Yeah, no, as
Josh.
a fellow.
How about you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would just want to say, as a fellow creative, I totally get, there's a lot of effort that goes into things that people just don't really see sometimes. But, as for myself, I graduated art school actually about 6 months ago, and I was really hoping that, this would be the year that I get a job and I can, start making, some next steps in kind of my life. I just had an interview last Tuesday, so
Nice.
uh,
Hell yeah. Well,
yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice. Well, hopefully that works out for you.
Yeah, thanks.
You got to keep it positive. And if you don't get the job, take that experience to that interview and bring it to the next interview and be like, all right, I'm going to be this much better in this next interview. Because you're learning. Josh, you're learning.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. Yeah, well, thank you guys for taking my call. Is it all right if I give a quick shout out to my friend who he got me a really good Christmas gift this year, and I just wanted to I mean, I don't have a lot of money since student loans are, kind of happening right now, but I did want to give a shout out to Steve, my good friend. You got me a Super Famicom, and that was really awesome. Wow. So
good present. Good job, Steve.
Thanks, man. This is part one of hopefully my response gift, but thanks guys for having me on again. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties from before. So.
No, don't worry about it, Josh. No big deal.
You'll be all right.
Well, thank you,
but yeah.
Josh. Okay. Well,
all right, thanks,
good
guys.
night, Josh, my friend. And Steve, thank you for that Famicom.
Yeah, happy 2018.
We love you,
all right,
Steve.
thank you.
What I honestly, really, my goal for this year is I realize that I don't know how to do a lot of things, and that's okay, but I want to learn so much more. So, for example, like, I had to change my brakes 2 weeks ago. My brother-in-law knows how to do that, so I went to his house, and I'm like, I want you to do one, and I'm gonna do the other one, because I want to learn how to do this, so I can just do it. And so now I feel like I can change brakes, no problem. If I had to do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
But I want to do that with everything. Like, I want to watch Eric hook up the audio for this, and just know, oh, that's how you do it. I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna learn more. I want to learn how to cook better. I want to learn how to fix cars better and hook up microphones. I'm gonna do all these things.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm gonna learn how to do in 2018. Is just learn everything I possibly can from anyone I possibly can.
I know enough. This year I'm planning to learn nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much going in like, don't touch me, my brain.
Yeah.
No. I should just say real quick. Somebody mentioned in the chat there was something we brought up on the Christmas cast, but we weren't sure if we should bring it up because Derek wasn't here.
Yeah.
It is something we're busy with, but I want to temper like the expectation. Like,
we're not making anything.
It's not like because a lot of people were like speculating stuff when we said that. It was like, oh, they got like a TV show or something.
Oh God, no.
That's not what it was, but it is a cool thing.
It's a cool thing.
It's a big change for us.
It's a big change and a big undertaking, but it's not.
But it's not anything anyone at home will probably care about. Maybe.
I feel like if you are a true fan of 64, you will be happy for us.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be like, oh, now I can watch them on FX. It's not like that. So
nothing. And then somebody else brought up Patreon stuff. I was planning today to debut a bunch of new Patreon stuff.
Yeah.
An exclusive new video and a preview of like the upcoming gifts that people are going to get in a couple months.
Right.
But there was a whole bunch of technical bullshit that stopped it. So hopefully tomorrow, all that stuff will be.
It will be. Yeah. I'm really liking the comment. You guys getting AC? That's air conditioning.
Yeah.
And yes, that's what we're getting. It's going to be nice.
There will be hopefully a bunch of cool stuff. Very
soon. Very, very soon, guys. But yeah, the new Patreon stuff, when we do announce it, is going to be huge.
It's cool.
And I'm so stoked about it. So, hell yeah. Guys. Well, I'm going to go.
No, talk to Delinquent.
Delinquent. Well, that's funny because I'm going to be that now when I come home because I should have been there.
Just talk to Delinquent. Oh, they're gone.
Nah, man, as am I.
Just talk to Joe.
Hey, I want to say thank you to everyone, and thanks for sticking with us. Sorry about the Christian thing earlier. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
I don't know who that was.
Hey, I want to remind everybody watching right now, it's a new year. Twitch has unsubbed everybody.
Oh, what the
So
fuck?
don't forget that if you're watching this on Twitch, you get a free subscription every month.
And what a perfect week to do it is the MLK week.
Yes. Go and find that sub button, and if you got Amazon Prime, it doesn't cost you a dime.
Not a dime.
Hook up your account and give us your Twitch Prime subscription for the month. It supports us here, and you get all kinds of stuff at home. You get access to emoticons. You get the little badge next to your name.
Oh!
And an ad-free experience, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is the best part, I think. So, you know what? Just do it. See, there you go. We reminded all these people in the chat.
These fucking heroes.
Ridgia and Moth Dog and Jared.
Yeah.
Fogel and all that.
Oh,
okay.
How does he have a fucking... Hey,
Sorry.
It's okay. I gotta go, Joe. But really quick, before I do, what do you have to say to me? I'm ready to hear it.
So you guys, there's this situation earlier today. Don't know why these two religious dudes were out there.
I don't know.
I don't listen to Christian
weird, but
music.
I was thinking, with that in mind, I don't know how long this could go. I want to keep it short and simple so you could leave, Shawn. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's like with ideology stuff. I was thinking about this earlier today about how I hear these stories, especially maybe with my friends, about their sort of upbringing. And it's weird, it's always a similar thing, I was a Catholic, and my parents sort of were very crude to me, or cruel to me in a lot of things. And as I grew older, I moved away to that type of situations. And it's like, what's your idea with that? With ideologies sort of, and growing up in households? 'Cause I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just almost skate on out of here. My quick answer before I go is the household I was raised in was not very religious. And I find out later that my parents are now more religious, and my mom goes to psychics or something, or I don't know. but to me it was that was never a thing really. My dad was went to Catholic school when he was a kid, but I feel like I never was really exposed to religion that much. I mean, I would go to church with my grandma every now and then, but not really. So yeah. That's my answer. I don't to each his own. God bless everyone, and good night. Thank you.
All right. Can I still be on still?
Oh,
or no?
that's Rocco's call. I say yes, but
what did he say?
He still be on still.
Oh yeah, I'm not done.
Then Rocco's not done.
This is his problem.
Yeah, so
I got nowhere to go.
Okay, so
goodbye.
So a couple live streams back, you got on the podcast, you guys were talking about superhero movies and how they don't really work out.
Wait, I didn't get to answer that last question at all. Can I answer?
Oh, you?
From my perspective?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because no offense, I mean, the superhero thing, that's a whole other kettle of fish. Okay. You know, what's funny is I always hear about people who were Catholics and stuff who came out of that with a beaten down by it, and they rebel against it and stuff like that. I don't know what it was. I was in a big family of Italians, and everyone was Catholic, and so was I. And but it was never. No one got. I bring this up to other people, and they act like I'm nuts. But I was never around any kind of strict dogma or there was no one ever talked about punishment or going to hell or being I don't know, there was never anything hateful or anything. So it was always just my relationship to religion was just my family had this connection to Catholicism, and it was just about being nice to people. It was just how much can you help other people? And that was all I ever heard in terms of any sort of religion in my life. That was all it ever was yo, be a good guy. Look, this dude died for all these people. That was nice. You should do something nice. That's all that I was ever exposed to. So I have a lot of different ideas on spirituality and all that stuff now, and I don't ever want to say one is my definitive one, but I think that's why I've never really had a problem. I never really had any kind of rebellious phase with that stuff. I'm really super cool with anything if it's positive. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I am.
Yeah, I mean, me and my upbringing into Christianity, it's really different in a way because like my parents are like really devoted. Like they study the stuff, they discuss the stuff, like and they talk about how there are a lot of biased people in the and like because like my name, my Skype name is actually a long version, so you could read it out of my middle name. My middle name is Jola Olu, which is Yoruba for enjoying the grace of God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like, I mean, my upbringing was very like loving because like I made mistakes, some like very moral mistakes, and like my parents were still there for me. Sure, they had to call me out on that, and we had arguments, but I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be atheist now and go on our atheism or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think anything that embraces love and positivity is a good thing. I think some people get lost in the like what am I trying to say? Some people get lost in kind of the dogma of it. You know, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I mean,
rather than the humanity of it, which is the whole purpose of it anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You know, like with cherry picking type of people who when they see something bad on like the news, they get angry about it and they look at like key specific words in like the Bible and be like, see, it says in the Genesis that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I also think too, like, we're all in this together, and I also feel like anything. What am I trying to say? I'm also I don't think there's anything wrong with holding anything up to scrutiny, and I also don't think there's anything wrong with making jokes about anything either. That was another thing that never really made sense to me too. Is I knew people who were thoroughly religious in high school, and I would make a joke about Jesus or something, and they would go like, "Oh my God, how could you say that?" And it's like, I don't know. I think I would think if there's something that important and big in your life, wouldn't humor be part of that? Like, I just feel like that's one of the biggest forces in the universe. Why would that be something that, like, if there is a God, what you think God is like? Was that a joke? What was that? You know, I don't know. So, you know, there's certain things that I think are. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
That was.
I just feel like we could all stand to be more open-minded, I guess. So.
Yeah, that was.
And not so angry.
Yeah, I mean, I like how you see it. Another question about the superhero thing, like a couple podcasts back, you were talking about how like superhero movies, especially like ever since the Avengers hit the screens, it just hasn't been working out, right? So, sorry, I'll take this Sorry, one moment. Yeah, I'm gonna take this somewhere else. Okay, son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking with the Avengers and how, and like how all these Marvel movies have been really like they've been blowing up like big, right? Like how you were talking about how a lot of this stuff you can't even like keep a hold of it, right?
I can't really hear you.
Sorry.
Oh, now I can hear you. Now? You're clearer now.
Yeah, I had to leave. Yeah. So, like with these superhero movies, especially the Marvel ones, and now, like you can't really get a hold of them because they always like do callbacks to the last movie or the next movie. Yeah. I mean, I skipped like a bunch. I still got the hang of like some of the stuff. Like, I saw that new Thor one, and like it had Doctor Strange in it, and I skipped on Doctor Strange. And
Yeah,
but
I
I still
never saw that.
understood. Yeah, I understood some of the stuff, and like I know that there was like a callback to, I heard later, Avengers 2. Like the whole plot of Thor 3 was like a callback to Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your sorry? What was your question then?
Well, like with superhero movies, I was thinking like, how would you guys like Mega 64? How would you guys do superhero movies? Like maybe the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe onwards. You do that.
I would do one that had callbacks to a ton of stuff, but they'd all be wrong. Like they would, it would be like, oh yeah, too bad Spider-Man died. Oh yeah, Tony Stark. Oh man, he was great as Captain America. I'd have all the things wrong, and people would watch the movie and go, wait, what are they talking about? Like that's not right. Like what? And maybe there'd be something at the end of the movie where you realize this is in like an alternate dimension or something like that. Maybe that'd be a hidden thing, but I would like for most of the movie to have people be confused. It's just like I told Derek recently, or a few years ago, that I thought back when Star Wars came out, when Revenge of the Sith came out, that was the prequel that was supposed to lead up to the original Star Wars. I thought that Darth Vader should have died in that one, and like then Obi-Wan turns evil and goes to Earth or something that does not make sense if you watch the other ones. See, I'm a fan of like throwing people out,
I mean, like I was thinking about like I'm into like art and stuff, and I want to do something along like years later, maybe like make a show or something, and not to derail the conversation that we're having, but like years later, maybe like 10 years later, maybe I sign up to do a Marvel show and I just don't play it safe at all.
Yeah.
Like I do something completely different. Like, I don't know, Spider-Man's a 40-year-old man or something.
Yeah.
Like he's dealing with taxes or something.
Yeah, just completely off the wall everything. I'm on the same page. I agree with you.
Yeah, because like I feel like so many of these movies, even when you do reboots, they still play it safe. That's why I think like Star Wars Last Jedi was a great movie in my opinion, and like
yeah, it took some risks on stuff. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and I like the fact that we got a character who is the purple haired lady?
Luke Skywalker. Oh no, Bobo, or what was her name? Holdo?
I don't even remember. Yeah, so we got a character like her, and she was very like unexpected to. I didn't watch any of the trailers. I didn't like look into media building up, so I was so unexpected when she comes along, and like she does like. I like how she isn't really a good character or a bad character. She's sort of set up to mess with the audience, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because like I was sitting with my sister, and she was like, "Oh, she's evil for real. Like she's definitely evil."
Yeah.
But no.
But you kind of felt that way about a lot of characters in that movie, and I thought that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
I like that everyone was in a shade of gray rather than good versus evil kind of thing.
Yeah, like playing like when like pre-existing material like superheroes or Star Wars or sci-fi stuff doesn't play it safe, I think that you have a bigger chance on like making an impact.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching a short video on how you see that Jim Carrey movie, The Mask.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, I heard that movie was like production-wise took a lot of risks. Like this was Jim Carrey pre-Mask, like in Living Color, that TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that Jim Carrey, and like I forget who plays his love interest, but she like didn't do acting at all before that movie. And like they were basically adapting a comic book that nobody ever heard of.
Yeah.
And like they were doing all sorts of stuff, but that movie, people still talk about it when they talk about Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And
like
you got to make an impact. You could play it safe, and you're popular today, but if you want to be popular forever, you got to make an impact.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys, when it comes to Mega 64 stuff, you don't play it safe, especially with the version series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I even listened to your commentary tracks on how there was so much like outrageous stuff that you wanted to do, but you thought that it was going even too far than like the boundary you're already setting up. Right? Like with Pac being a computer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't thought about that in forever, but yeah, that almost happened.
I haven't even watched the Blu-ray in like a year.
Well, I appreciate the high regard. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take another call now, I think, but thank you for talking with me and all that stuff. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. I got one more question.
Yeah.
You gonna with superhero movies and stuff? You gonna go see Black Panther or no?
You know what? I originally didn't care because it's just I've been kind of checked out on Marvel for a little while, but then I never knew the origin of the character, and I saw the comic where he like beats the hell out of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, all right, I might check this out.
Yeah, Jack Kirby made him and you know Jack Kirby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be like. I mean, because Twitter is saying all over the place it's gonna be like a very culturally impactful movie based on representation.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the way that the movie is gonna go along that it might mess with some people based on representation because it's a fictional African place, and I don't know, maybe it'll do good, or maybe people will be like, how come it wasn't like African American? Why did it have to be African based characters or something? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what people say about it.
Because people were talking about that with Winter Soldier and how you had Falcon in that, and people were like, damn.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else they're going to do. The bubble might burst, and maybe they're going to go with a new formula that isn't superheroes in like 2030 or something. Maybe superheroes are dead.
Who knows? We'll see. This could be the watershed moment. We'll find out. But thank you very much for your call, though.
Yeah, I'll see if I can come back. Happy MLK, man.
Yeah. You too. Take it easy.
You too.
Okay, let's talk to... let's see. I don't know how long to go. Christopher. Did we already talk to Christopher? Christopher.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you sound bummed out.
No, I'm good, just a little tired.
I'm sorry, did I wake you up?
No, I'm just sitting in the dark, normal night.
Cool.
So, I had a question. I know you're a big fan of Disneyland, but I've always been curious, what's your opinion of the other theme parks in Southern California?
Okay, well, mostly, yeah, I mean, it's mostly Disneyland as a whole that I'm really interested in, more than, like, being a theme park guy. But I will say, I like Knott's a lot.
Yeah.
And then I realized what it was. It's because Knott's is the only other one that has the history. Because that's why I like Disneyland, is it's this physical piece of pop culture that is there that you can literally, like, walk through and find remnants of old shit and, like, you know what I mean? So then, yeah, when I went to Knott's a couple times, I realized they got that too. It might not be on the level of Disneyland, but they built that place in like 1940. Like, there's some crazy stuff there, and some of it's still going. I think, I really enjoyed. Like, they got the mine train has been there forever. That's pretty dope. They got all kinds of old ass interesting stuff. It might not be a full day in the way that Disneyland is in terms of exploring whatever, but it's still, there's a lot to do there that I like. So I like Knott's. It's got that old charm that I really do like. Universal has some stuff, but Universal is a good all-around theme park. I should say that. If you're going with friends, it's a lot of fun. But there's especially the Harry Potter thing they did. It's cool. It's good, but it doesn't quite have the history. It's cool. The film buff side of stuff is cool. So there's something for everybody, I guess. There's certain things. I don't care about Six Flags. I don't like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
But Universal, there's some cool shit there, and Knott's, there's stuff I really love at Knott's. I'm curious. Cool. I'm curious what that would be like. Someone said that in the chat. Game Days 2019 at Knott's. I wonder if we did a Game Days at Knott's, if that would be fun.
There's a lot. Well, there's a mix of more like roller coasters and dark rides at Knott's, so that might appeal to more people. But yeah, Knott's has always been my park when I go to Southern California, because I got family down there. But we would, when I was a kid, when we'd go to Disneyland, it would always be like a huge event. So we wouldn't go that often. We'd get the whole family together. We'd go for the entire day. But at Knott's Berry Farm, like, we do the same thing there, but not as often. But my mom would be like, hey, we don't have anything going on today at Grandma and Grandpa's. How about we just go to Knott's for like 4 hours? I'd be like, yeah, and go ride what we want and leave. So I got really familiar with that place. But you know what sucks, though, is they got rid of the old time travel ride that used to be there that was a classic.
I know, I really liked that.
Yeah, and now it's that stupid, like, whatever, the thing where you shoot the 3D, like, what is it, Atlantis thing or something? I don't know. It's just, it's not nearly as fun.
Voyage to the Iron Reef, which I will say, I still had fun, but I missed the time travel.
Yeah, that one, I can't do that one just because I can't do 3D. It just drives me crazy. But
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's just weird, but everything else about Knott's I really like. But what you said about Six Flags, there's no point in going to Six Flags unless you're like way into big roller coasters, which I really like. But everything else about Six Flags Magic Mountain is just hell on earth. Oh, it's hot, it's crowded.
Yeah, like it just seems that. I don't know. I'm just not a roller coaster guy, so that's all it is for me.
Yeah, the roller coasters there are really good if it's not crowded. But if it's crowded, then you're just standing there in like 100-degree heat, sweating like crazy, and it just sucks. But Knott's, I don't know, Knott's is still the best for me. Disneyland, don't get me wrong, I love Disneyland, but Knott's has always been my favorite.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Knott's is some cool shit. I agree.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would be if we did like a Game Days at Knott's or something like that. I wonder if that would work. Wonder how that would play out. Curious what people think. Anyway, thank you for your call.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Take care. Okay, people are telling me some stuff. But our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. So call in while I'm looking here. Somebody was telling me something about David Cage. I love David Cage's games. Guilty pleasure. Okay, let's talk to... Who should we talk to? Okay. Not delinquent. Well, delinquent, that didn't work before, did it?
Oh, shit. Hello?
Hello? Are you okay?
I think so. Hello? Hold on. I can't hear you. Fuck.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Hi, what's up?
How's it going?
Going all right. How you doing?
What's the point of this call? Okay. Let's talk to Max Racer. Max Racer.
Hey, what up? What up? Hey, Rocco, I have a quick question for you. I'll just say something quick. So I enjoy your MLK cast. You know, that Mega 64 is awesome. I was just wondering whether you have a favorite MLK history moment. Actually, that's what you asked, don't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I guess that's my question. Anyways, I'm gonna hang up.
Okay. Let's talk to Joshua.
Hello?
Joshua.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello, Joshua.
Hey, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. Hello?
I think I can.
All right, word. Hey, so Rocco, you've been broadcasting for a while, and I'm a recent broadcasting student.
Okay.
So I was wondering, like, I'm kind of interested in going to radio, but I've dabbled in the idea of TV. So, like, your opinion, what do you think would be worth, kind of investing more of my time in, like, studying, like, radio or television?
I have no idea. I didn't go into that.
No.
No, I don't.
Well, maybe just as a fan, do you still listen to the radio at all? Like,
No, I don't. Fuck the radio.
No coast to coast AM.
No.
Your stuff, huh? But do you watch any TV? Because I've done some stuff with PBS at my school.
Oh, PBS is cool. Yeah, cool.
Which I enjoyed doing. I guess it was more like sports broadcasting, which is not really what I wanted to get into. But I want to do more like TV, like filming a TV show or something. Not really wanting to, focus more on sports. But my school doesn't really offer that. But they do have a good radio program, so I'm just considering maybe trying that out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm not sure what would be the best route to take. I think you got to go what's calling you.
All right, man, I dig it. Well, I thought you had more to say on it, but I guess I can't blame you. Well, I don't know if you know this. Do you like podcasting, like networks? I know like Mega 64 is kind of outside that bubble, but there's like podcast networks that host a bunch of different shows. Like what kind of jobs like they might offer. Like I guess producing and editing would be one, as well as talent. But I don't know how easy that would be to break into. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I have no clue.
No.
Sorry, I'm just I don't know. I'm like the biggest idiot when it comes to this stuff.
No, I get it. It's all good. I guess it's something I'll have to figure out down the road. Well, anyway, I appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Joshua.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Ninjanigans.
Yo, how's it going, Rocco?
Yo, Ninjanigans.
Yo, how's it going?
Yo, Ninjanigans.
Yo, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you this whole time. This is like my intro.
I had a quick question for you.
Yeah.
I was wondering, who is your favorite Power Rangers villain of all time that isn't Rita or Lord Zed? Because I feel like those are two super easy villains to go to.
Yeah, I gotta go. Favorite villains. I'm gonna say either. I really liked Ecliptor from Power Rangers in Space, or what was his name? Like Villamax or Trecheron? What was his name? In Lost Galaxy, there was a guy who was a bad guy, but then kind of turned over a new leaf, and then they kill him right before he. I mean, sorry, spoiler, but I forget his name. I think it was Villamax. So I got to go with
Okay,
those.
I got
Those
a
were
follow-up question for you.
Good ass villains, or like Scorpina. She's cool.
Who is your favorite movie villain of all time?
Oh, I mean, most basic ass, boring ass answer: Darth Vader.
Okay, fair enough.
It has to be Darth Vader. Darth Vader or Michael Corleone.
Yeah, those are good choices.
You know,
for sure.
my favorite characters are the characters that sit on that line of you could be good, but you're so bad. You know, you know, I like the corruption of people, you know, so that's what I dig, but I gotta go Vader.
Fair enough. I like the more traditional villains, so I'd probably go for like a Biff Tannen for my answer.
Yeah, that's good too. That's good too.
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for answering my questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, let's talk to Cloud Claire. Cloud Claire? Cloud Claire. Hello?
What's going on, Rocco?
Hey, what's up, Cloud Claire?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you don't sound like a Claire.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Fuck you. Did you hear that?
This is like maybe a little bit more serious of a question than you're looking for, but
Fuck you. Wait, did you hear that? Did you hear me say that? Oh no.
I was wondering, I've been watching you guys for about 10 years now, and I know you guys joke a lot about fighting, but I was wondering, is it difficult to maintain a friendship for as long as you guys have been?
Is it difficult? No, because, well, it's kind of, it's a friendship, but it also, how do I describe this? You have to find the appropriate balance of it, and for moments of it, you have to put aside love. Sometimes respect has to come into play more than love does. So you love your friends, but sometimes it's like, okay, well, I'm working all week with Shawn. When Shawn and I are done handling pre-orders with the merchandise, he needs to go see his family. I want to go see the movie The Post, and I want him to come with me. If he says no, I don't go, oh, I understand that the guy has a fucking family, and I do something else, and I make other plans. Likewise, if someone misses my birthday or whatever, I don't take offense to it. You know, there were times maybe earlier on where I would take offense to that stuff, but I think we have a good equilibrium where we know when we can have our breaks from each other, and having those breaks is a good thing. You know, when I have a day off, I don't want to be around Derek and Shawn, and that's not, you know, in any other friendship, if you told them, hey, tomorrow I'm excited to not be around you, that might hurt the friendship. But that's not the kind of friendship we have. We have a working relationship and a friendship, you know, it came out of that. And a lot of times that doesn't work. But with us, I think what it has is that we have found that appropriate mix where we can appropriately say, I don't want to fucking see you tomorrow. And it's okay because I know Monday morning I'm going to see them again and work, and it's going to be a good time. And then work's done, I'm going to go away from them. You know, I think we find a good relationship, but that's not to say we don't see each other outside of work. We do, but I think we find the right blend. I think we're not afraid to acknowledge those limits.
Is it ever more difficult to disagree creatively because you are friends?
I would say creatively, no, because we know that when we're being creative, it's for the Mega 64 entity, or it's for a bigger thing than us. So when it's creative, it's, you know, even though creativity is fun, it's business, kind of. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to put on a different face for that, a different hat, whatever you want to call it. So you know, when it's something creative, no, I feel like, hey, I want to make the best short possible. I want to make the best movie possible. So this is what I think is going to be the best thing. That's not really involving the friendship. That's involving the business side, kind of, still, you know. Even though it's creative, still business, you know what I mean? I would say the thing that's harder to make a decision on are the non-creative parts of business, when it comes down to, like, you know, what day should we have off? You know, this day, I was going to take my kids to this. Well, you know, I'm Shawn's friend. I don't want to fuck that day up for him because that's special to him. And Shawn is a friend to me, and I don't want to hurt his day. But at the same time, this one location that we're talking with will only let us film on this one Wednesday. And that might fuck the whole production up if we can't film that day. So, Shawn, is there another day you could take your kids to this thing? That sucks to do that as a friend. That sucks to do that as a friend. But you have to, I think, like I said, I think we're good at acknowledging that those shit moments are going to happen. And you can't, you know it, not fear it. You know that there's going to be some butting heads on that stuff. So, you know, I think we all kind of allow ourselves to be mad for a minute. Hey, you were going to take Monday off?
Do you guys end up making a lot of sacrifices because of that?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Like, see, people can't be in certain parts of the video because they couldn't make it?
Sometimes that happens, sure. But you just got to know, hey, you can't be mad about it. That's just the way it's going to go. But I don't know. I think we usually find ways to make it work to where it's like, I know we're going to butt heads on this, but you know we're going to come out of with something good, right? Okay. So, you know, I don't know. I think we are still functioning together because we're honest about that stuff. And we'll talk shit on each other. Straight up. Like, totally will, and I acknowledge that happens about me, where, you guys have seen, and I'm not on a podcast, this guy's fucking playing with toys somewhere or whatever, but I think it's just a result of just, we keep shit out in the open and we know these things happen. Oh, you can't fucking make it to this? Oh, what are you doing? You fucking da-da-da-da-da, But it's not ever out of my disdain for any people. It's out of, like, we're open and honest and we're fucking real to each other, and I get a kick out of it, honestly. I think it's fun to... I think being as open as you can about stuff is a good thing. And sometimes you're mad, but you always come back to knowing that it was real, and you just got to know it and not fear it, that you're going to hit those moments, I don't know if anything I'm saying is making sense. I don't know.
Has that shit talking ever actually created any sort of real conflict between you guys?
I'm sure it has. I know. Well, when I say that, I don't mean like actual, like, when I say shit talking, I don't mean like, yo, fuck Shawn, fuck that guy. It's not like real, like, damn him to hell hatred. That's not what I mean. But I'm talking about, when you guys see that I'm on the podcast, like, if I'm not on the podcast, they're gonna talk shit on me not being here and stuff like that, or if Shawn's not, we're gonna talk about that he's wiping his kids' asses or something, whatever. It's a way of kind of like blowing off steam of shit that sometimes might not be preferable, but that's our relationship, and it's like, without that kind of ribbing, I don't think it would be, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same. And I understand, if I drop the ball somewhere, I know that people are going to talk shit about me and what I did, and that's totally fine. I invite it. So yeah, but I make fun of them when they fuck up too. So I don't know if he heard any of that. Maybe not.
Yeah, I did. I'm way behind when I speak.
Okay.
It comes in like 45 seconds after I've said it.
Okay. Well, thank you for your call. I'm gonna hang up on that because I don't know what to do. I can't wait for a minute to hear that. Will I buy Detroit Become Human? I mean, those games are always a guilty pleasure to me, but I don't know. Okay. Who should we talk to now? Vivek. Vivek? How do you say your name? Vivek? What the fuck? Vivek? Vivek. 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 Hello. Hello? Hello? Is this audio? I can't wait for that. I gotta move on. Okay, let's talk to Ken. Ken.
Hey.
What's up, Ken? See, you're coming out clear. You're sounding crisp.
Oh, fantastic. This weekend they finally opened the Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yes.
Open beta. And so a lot of us got a chance to play it today, and it's amazing. I think it's my new favorite Dragon Ball game.
Yeah. I played it a shitload at PAX. I loved it.
Yeah. Aside from Fighters, though, what's your favorite Dragon Ball game?
Oh man, there's not a lot. To be honest.
No.
Like the original Budokai was pretty dope when it came out.
Yeah.
But I don't need to play that ever again. So I don't know. I don't really. There was kind of a cute Dragon Ball DS game.
Oh, Fusions?
Maybe I can't remember the name of it. It was an original Dragon Ball game. The original Dragon Ball.
Oh, you mean like the Advanced Adventure or the Origins game?
Yeah. One of those.
Those were fun. Yeah, I remember I got my PS2 just to play Budokai.
Yeah. Oh, the Game Boy Advance game. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Those ones are awesome. Did you play Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2 at all?
No, I never really found the time for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Fighters, what I love so much about it is that it's like a midway point between like a real fighting game and all the kind of Dragon Ball Simulator fighting games that we've gotten.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and this is the first time I got to play it. Of course, the matchmaking has been down.
Yeah.
So I've only been able to play the tutorial, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't mess with this latest beta, but I saw that you could be Nappa, and that blew me away. But I'm just waiting for the game at this point. It's so close.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks. Yeah. On a Friday, thank God.
So yeah, hell yeah.
That's all.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your call.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too. Good call. Direct call. Okay, go ahead and call in on Skype. The name is Mega64 Podcast. That's all you have to do is call in on Skype. Let's talk to, let's see. Let's talk to Isaac. Isaac.
Oh my God, hello.
Hello?
Hey, Rocco.
How's it going?
You know what's going pretty good. This is the first time I've ever called in. This is exciting.
Yeah. This is cool. Yeah. What's the point of this call?
I guess I just wanted to kind of gush a little bit. Is that okay?
I think it's okay. I'll allow it.
Okay, okay. Well, let's see. I've been watching you guys forever. I think I saw your first video before you were even on YouTube,
Oh wow!
and love you guys ever since.
Thank you.
I've seen all the actual Mega 64 show. Can't wait for the newest season. Really excited for that.
Thanks.
You actually, I didn't think this would ever happen, but you kind of make me want to start getting into figures.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I don't know what to do about it.
Don't do it. I would.
I'm having these weird feelings.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, put that in you like that.
Yeah. Okay, don't do it though.
I would run.
Was like it's a deep hole you
I
can't
got
climb
out
out
of it. It's so funny because like in high school, I got out of it. I was like, no, dude, I gotta like grow up. And then I was in like senior year, and it was like, man, that Evangelion statue is really cool. But that was it. I kept it light. And then I met Garrett, like out of high school. I met Garrett, and he was like, yeah, check out my house full of Resident Evil figures everywhere. And I went, fuck! And I just bought everything. Yeah, it was never the same.
Damn. Well, those get like, what's the most you've ever spent on a figure? They get real expensive.
Yeah, I mean, once things hit $100, I start to go,
Oh, okay, okay.
But I mean, I'll do it if it's like killer. But I think the most I ever spent on a figure, honestly, it's not even really a figure. It was the replica of Venom Snake's arm from Phantom.
Ooh.
That was a few hundred, I think.
I might be willing to spend that.
Yeah, but I don't. But I usually find ways to get discounts on stuff. Like I very rarely pay full price on stuff. I got like, I know some people who know some people, so that's, I kind of, I'm cheating a little bit.
Okay, okay. Man, I see a lot of your figure updates, but I'm sure you've answered this question already. Do you have a favorite?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I got this awesome statue of Ryo Hazuki. That one's pretty cool. That's nice. A really nice one. And in fact, that might be the most expensive one. But it was given to me as a gift, which was really like incredibly nice. So,
yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I always feel weird about getting expensive gifts.
Yeah. I did not know what to think after that. It was so generous. It was like, thank you. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say real quick. I've always been super jealous of the Air Guys machine.
Oh.
Air Guys
the guy
was
at
one
the
of
bowling alley was getting rid of it. Yeah.
It's always one of my favorite fighting games when I was younger. I remember couldn't figure out like half of the moves most of the time. They had these weird just time attacks where you had to time them exactly. Li Shun had this attack, the dude with the spear, he'd like walk up to you real slow and then he'd just poke you with his hand.
Yeah.
Never figured that out.
I remember that game, they had just announced it. And I was so excited to play it. And it was I went on a family trip to Las Vegas. They always, the Treasure Island arcade, like in that hotel, actually was like up to date. Like they had a lot of brand new stuff. Like Street Fighter 3 had just come out and they had it. And then Air Guys had just come out and they had that. And I was like blown away. And I saved a bag of quarters all year. Like at school, I would just like take people's change if they didn't want it. And I would save quarters to go to that arcade. And I had a bag of quarters and I'm like, I'm going to beat this damn game right now. And I must have spent like $50 in quarters. I beat the whole game. And it was awesome. I played as Cloud. I was so happy.
Yeah, I thought it was insane that they had all like a lot of the Final Fantasy cast in that game. I was like, duh.
Yeah.
Like, that was insane to me when I was younger.
Yeah.
Shoot, there was one other thing.
Well, call back in if you think of it.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Thank you for the call.
This has been amazing. Like, I'm surprised I was able to even converse at all. But yeah, it's really cool talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have a good night.
You too.
Bye. I wonder what that guy does for a living, because he had kind of a setup there, I guess I could have asked while he was still on the line. Probably would have made the most sense. But I didn't. Okay, let's talk to... Who should we talk to now? Ask what his favorite food is? No. Let's talk to... Jesse? Jesse.
Hello.
Shrouded in Darkness.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. How's it going?
It's going real good, man. I don't know what that Christian stream was about, but it was very enlightening.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either. Just gonna ignore that.
Was that like a hijacker? Did you get hijackers?
I don't know. I honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you should look into that. That's all right, though. Well, I want to say I had a great time at Game Days. It was my first Game Days. And it was good.
Cool.
It was real good.
Thank you very much.
It was rough coming from the California weather back to Winnipeg.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been like -30. That's pretty rough. I don't know if you saw, I was actually talking to your parents about the weather in Winnipeg.
Oh, really?
And yeah, like I sat down like right next to them because like there was a free spot there. I was talking to them and like I told them that like yeah, it gets down to like -40 in Winnipeg, and they couldn't believe that.
Oh my!
They said
God,
like
yeah.
they said if it rains too hard, everybody just stays home.
Yeah,
which I thought was funny.
It's super dumb, but that's how we are here.
It's crazy, but can't wait for next year. And maybe a neat gear table. I don't know.
Maybe a what?
Neat gear. I actually sent you some sweaters and stuff. I don't know if you got it. I think last year I sent some Gave the Dog sweaters and stuff.
Oh.
And so Neat Gear, they're the company that I work for that sells those sweaters and stuff. So I don't know if ever, maybe not next year, maybe in the future, if ever there's an opening to open a table there, I'd be really happy to do that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that might be cool. Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
But anyways, something I wanted to ask you is when you're making a video, like when you're in the early stages of making a video, how do you find the balance between, the example I was thinking of is between something like Gaming Then and Now and between Gamer Wars? Like, what's the right balance of like weirdness and like something that can appeal to everybody? Because like I feel like the hardcore like Mega 64 fans, they like the really crazy and weird stuff, but like, you know, people who like might browse the front page of Reddit, they might find that too weird, and they might like something that's a little more straightforward.
Right. Yeah. Well, I just feel like it's whatever the subject is about. You know what I mean? Like we covered net neutrality in a video, and that felt like it should be a little more straightforward. But you know, like when we were filming Gamer Wars, it was so like goofy that it was like, all right, let's just go ape shit. You know. So it just depends on kind of the subject. And it's kind of whatever strikes us at the time. There isn't really more of an advanced formula than that. It's just kind of whatever it's about. You know, we did videos using the HoloLens, and the holograms were so goofy and dumb that that's how we did the videos. We edited them pretty stupid. So it's just whatever it calls for, you know. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing for me, basically, when I'm making something. Like, I just make whatever I feel like. I don't exactly think of it ahead of time, but sometimes after I've made something, I'll think like, this is too stupid. Nobody's going to like this.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well,
awesome.
Thanks for taking my call. And you have a good night.
Okay, go ahead and call us on, our name is Mega64 Podcast on Skype. Okay. Amakuni.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? What's up?
Am I lagging?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. So, Mike, I had a question. You can hear me all right, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So like Nintendo had a direct that came out. The mini direct, which kind of was, was pretty it just kind of came out of the blue, came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I know last year they had a direct, in January too, and they really came out swinging. They had Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade. They had all these huge announcements. And this year is kind of really unambitious. I mean, it was a lot of, they had a lot of ports that they kind of announced.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are ports of great games. Don't get me wrong. Like The World Ends With You is fantastic, and I'm kind of glad more people will get to play that game, and Dark Souls remastered and everything. But I guess my question is, in terms of Nintendo, do you feel like they're kind of saving up their big announcements for 2018, or do you feel like since 2017 it was kind of the debut of the Switch, that they had really something to prove, and that they kind of released all their major titles in 2017, and then have nothing to kind of follow up on in the immediate future. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really like to compare these directs from this month or a year ago this month, because they were debuting a new console. So this is just kind of whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from them. I think they've already shown they've got Metroid Prime in the works. And whatever else. I'm curious if they'll expand upon like Mario and do any other kind of Zelda pack or whatever. But I'm curious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what'll happen this year.
Do you think they're kind of like saving their announcements more for E3?
Yeah, I think so.
Slow
Closer to that.
stream of.
Yep.
Because I mean, last year with the direct, they really came out swinging, and it's like, hey, here's what we're coming out with. We got Xenoblade in December, we got Splatoon, we got Mario, we got the port of Mario Karts.
Yeah.
And like this year, there's a lot of talk, like all these, people are saying, the Switch is a system of ports, just because.
Yeah.
Of. Like. So, like, I guess, like, do you think we're going to see more of that, like more ports, or do you think, like, there's going to be a slow trickling of, big surprises coming?
No, I think there are surprises coming, but I also don't think it's bad if there's a bunch of ports. I think there will be a lot more, and I think it's great because the Switch is such a convenient, awesome system. that I want them to port everything to it. So I know a lot of other people who would rebuy a lot of different shit, so I think it's fine. But I don't know.
No, I don't think it's bad at all. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the games they've chosen to port, you know, I think are great. Like The World Ends With You, that's a fantastic game that I think
Yeah.
not a lot of people have had the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
And you know, I think there's a lot of like Wii U games that were really underappreciated, like Xenoblade Chronicles X and Fire Emblem Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which
Yeah.
you know, not a lot of people had a chance to play those games. You know, I don't know if they'll be able to port those games successfully because they utilized so much of the you know, the Wii U touchpad,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
and their UI features that but yeah, I hope they find a way because those are fantastic games. And
Yeah.
you know, the Wii U was such an underappreciated system in my opinion that, you know, I hope they port those games and hope a lot of people have, you know, more opportunities to play them.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it.
No problem. Take care. Okay. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Just checking the social media here, just, you know, taking a look, seeing what's going on. The blogosphere at the moment. Tell us about our social media. Yeah, let's talk about social media. What should we say about social media? What do you guys want to know? You said tell me you want me to tell you about our social media, then what should I tell you? What would you like me to tell you? I'll be honest. If you want me to tell you, I'll tell you anything about my social media. So tell me right now. What do you want me to tell you? Why don't I tweet more often? Should I tweet? Do people message you on Facebook? Yeah, they message me on Facebook. What do you want to know? What made you get a separate Twitter account? Because I wanted to tweet goofy shit that just was on my, you know, like, in all honesty, like, I wanted to tweet stuff about, like, fucking old Disney shit or stupid jokes or whatever that would annoy everybody else, you know, like things that didn't represent Derek and Shawn necessarily. You don't shut out fans like some major names seem to do. Why is that? Because you guys support us. So to me, to put up, I mean, you can't expect one-to-one access. Like at any given point, I can turn this off. You shouldn't expect one-to-one access. But I do believe in reaching out as much as possible just because you guys support us. I mean, the name of the game here is trying to give you stuff that's interesting. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I get Like right now, I'm getting messages. You guys said, do they message me on Facebook? I'm getting messages from Zach Kaplan right now, who just told me that the best Disney, I hope he doesn't mind that I'm reading his messages online. Best Disney nonfiction book I read was Disney War. It's great if you're interested in the business of the company, and it covers the rise and fall of Michael Eisner. I am all over that, so I can't wait to read that. Who else should I talk to? Sorry, Zach. Did I call you out? Zach, did you not want me to tell you? All right. What else do you want me to tell you about my social media? I archived your form spring before that went down. Oh, you didn't need to do that. Was Street Meals always intended to be part of the unboxing universe? Yeah, I never really talked about that. I never really talked about the thing that I put up on New Year's Eve. That was something that I meant to put out for a long time, and it just, I mean, whenever I had free time, I thought about it and would kind of like get something going with it, but it never really happened. It took a few years. But the plan was always to who's messaging me? Sending me pictures of no. I'm just going to tell you all the messages I get. We're going to be transparent. Mariel is sending me pictures of her dinner because she went to some freaky ass LA restaurant. What the fuck? It looks like she ate an entire duck. Anyway, when I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to say too much about it because I want people to see it. But and kind of do their own shit, but figure it out for themselves. I'm just stalling. I don't know what to say. I think for me, yeah, basically what I would like to say is that was something that I meant to do years ago. When the unboxing ring ended, I thought, man, I would love to revisit this character at some point. I don't want to do any more unboxing rings, but I would love to revisit this character. And I thought, man, if I ever did, I think the only place it could go would be something like sci-fi, like something weird. Because to me, that's the biggest, to me, what's the most entertaining thing to do is just go weirder and weirder. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so later that year, I think it was like 2013, later that year, I told Shawn, I was like, I think it'd be cool at some point I want to do a video where we revisit Tyler and he's like reclusive, and it's almost like he kind of controls his world, like it's like almost like, his world is like this channel that he sits on, and he can kind of control it or something like himself. And I would love for him to like send someone away. Like what if we uploaded something right now where someone was trapped in a YouTube video and you would never know why that was there until later something came out where it would be like, oh my God, it's almost like the kid in the Twilight Zone where you don't want to piss him off or he'll send you to the cornfield. I thought it would be cool doing something like that because of the way YouTube inherently is, everything has a date next to it. So I thought if we put something up now, that's the ending. I thought it'd be cool to put up something, that was basically the ending of a video that you wouldn't see until way later. And so I thought, well, what would be the worst punishment for someone if they existed only in a YouTube space, like in a digital space like that? What would be the worst punishment? And it would be, you would send them to a YouTube video where they were trapped. And I thought it would be funny if there was a song playing that would copyright claim the video, potentially deleting it. And so that's why I put a Metallica song over it. And I thought, well, that'll be so specific, that would be why it would be potentially a hazardous place to be if you existed only in YouTube. And so I thought, well, that'll be a great payoff. And it's so specific that people won't think that I am like retconning it. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a specific thing that it will only make sense if you see this later video whenever that gets done. Of course, that didn't really work because there are people still asking me if that was intended or not. But anyway, that was always meant to be the payoff to a video where I thought it would be cool if other things from YouTube started to leak into. Like, basically, Tyler's own paranoia is of other people replacing him. It's sort of meant to be a story about collapsing under the weight of your own audience and your own expectation as one thing. I don't want to go into it too much more, but it's kind of that. And I thought, well, it would be cool if something from another channel invaded him, whether it was real or just a manifestation of his own thoughts. It's there, and then he sends it away to a time back in time. And if you go back, you could find that clip and you would be like, whoa, okay. So anyway, that was always my plan. And so where things got a little hinky was I planned to do that forever, and a couple of years went by and just never got around to it, making this confrontation between Shawn's character and Tyler, and I never got around to it. But then earlier 2017, it's like I'm finally gonna do it. I'm gonna make some time, and then the Lasagna Cat thing happened, where they put up all their new videos, but there were new videos that had been up since 2012. And it wasn't exactly the same thing as my gag, because it was kind of just ancillary videos that had just been up for a long time. It wasn't like the payoff was hidden in an old video like mine was. It wasn't the same, but it was close enough that I felt like if I put out my video then, it would have still been compared all the time. It would have been like, just like Lasagna Cat. It would have got lost in the Lasagna Cat thing. So I just put it on the back burner, and I was like, yeah, maybe. Honestly, I thought to myself, maybe I won't do it. Like, maybe I missed my chance. So then I wasn't going to. And then, honestly, it's funny because the way that it is written right now was how it was. It was loosely written. It was outlined before, but it played out the same way. It was Shawn coming to my house, Tyler's house, and having a conversation with him. It was meant to be kind of an homage to that scene in Lost where Benjamin Linus meets Widmore in the middle of the night in his apartment and talks with him while he's in bed. It was meant to kind of be like that and have surreal aspects to it. It was always written that way. But then I kind of gave up on it earlier this year, but it wasn't until, honestly, Twin Peaks came out that I went, it was literally the night the show ended, and I was in my hotel room, and I think I said to Frank, I was like, fuck, I got to make this video that I've been planning, because it really is in such a similar vibe of like creepy just because it's this small, dark little moment, It's not creepy in the sense of monsters. It's creepy in the sense of unexplainable, kind of. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I got a lot of feedback that it reminded them of Twin. Oh, Rocco was really inspired by Twin Peaks, and in a way it was, but it was written like that even before the new Twin Peaks came out. So in a way, it inspired me to finally make it. But it was always kind of written the way that it was. So it was and it wasn't inspired by that, if that makes sense. It was always written the way that it was. But it was finally executed because of that. Because I realized people love shit like this. You know what I mean? So it seemed like a fun time to do it. Anyway, so yeah. I hope this makes sense. I don't know if I'm rambling. I don't know if I'm rambling right now, but it was always supposed to be kind of just this weird thing that I don't know. That was on my mind for a long time, and I'm so glad I was finally able to put it out. And I want to say thank you to Shawn and Kevin, because they helped so much with that and took their time with something that made no fucking sense. So I really give them a lot of I'm really thankful for them to help make that. I'm glad you guys liked it. Griffin.
Oh, hey.
Yo, what's up?
I had a question. I'm sorry if this has been covered already, but you know those like collection videos you do, like the Rockabilly Rockafire Explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there like plans for more of those? Those are like my favorite videos that you do.
Thank you
other
very
than the
much.
regular stuff.
I don't have I don't. There's one that I think I have an idea for that I might do soon. I kind of just do them whatever.
Yeah, I mean they're like honestly I show them to everybody, even people who don't know you guys. Like they're so cool.
Well, thank you. Yeah, there's someone that I talked to recently that I found out had an unusual collection, so I might film that soon.
Awesome. Cool. That was basically my question.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, thanks. No problem.
Takes care. Take care, I meant. Oh, sorry. Takes care. Why the fuck did I say that? Okay. Oh no, we were doing social media shit. I'm just responding to the texts I got about dinner. These are some good dinner shots, let me tell you. Show us your DMs. All right, what do you want? What DMs? You want messages from? Wait, I'm getting some new ones right now. Which DMs? Are we talking Twitter DMs? Are we talking Facebook DMs? What would you like me? I'll just read them. Fuck it. If it's embarrassing, I'll protect the names. And while I'm looking stuff up, while people in the chat decide, I'm going to answer Aphrodicus. Aphrodicus.
Hey, am I live right now?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Thanks. Okay. Let's talk to. Well, who should we talk to? No, let's go to. Okay, so what does the chat say? Sorry, Rocco, get Snapchat? No, I don't need Snapchat. Facebook. Okay. How can you get Discord? Show us your cybering DMs. Okay. Check your text messages. Read my DM. Spuzzwick says, read my DM. That's a DM I got on Instagram. But that was cheating. What was that? Okay. This is Shotgun Jesus. Don't read this. Okay, so I read it. Sorry. Okay, let's go to... okay, what do you think? Facebook or Twitter? Facebook or Twitter? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see. Brittany says, "This is the first message I'm sending you. Thank you for the podcasts." Okay, who is this? Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. I just got a message from Facebook Business to manage my business better. What the fuck? Is somebody yelling outside? Brittany says, "It's okay though. Stay awesome." Well, thank you, Brittany. Thank you. You stay awesome too. Okay, getting a lot of messages now. Official Pokemon sending you a message. Okay, let's see. Haha, you just gave me a shout out. Okay, whoops. Nathan Gorgeous says, just what is going on outside? I love food. That's a text from Mariel. I'm just reading her private text at this point. I love food. That was the latest one I got, and it was all exclamation marks. I'm going to read every message I get right now. I'm not going to hold back, private or not private. Nick says, "Nice stream." Thank you. Read Mariel's social security number. I don't have it. I would if I had it, but I don't. Cool, I'm here now. That was from Garrett. Read Mariel's real number. Okay, hold on. Okay, you guys ready? Is everyone ready to type, or they got a pen? Fuck, where is it? Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. All right, ready? 1. Fuck you. I'm not doing that. Okay, moving on. I haven't checked my Twitter direct messages in a while, so let's hop over there. Hey, Rocco, you guys are awesome. That's from Amonto. Thank you. Project Why Not says, "Keep up the great work." Thank you. Bedazzle says, "Did you ever beat Shadow of War or play Shadow of War?" I played some of it and I liked it, but I didn't go back to it. Let's go back here. A guy named Eduardo texted, or not texted me, but DM'd me on Twitter. "Are you at Disneyland?" And I responded, "No." And he said, "Oh, okay, I thought you were." And then he sent pictures of some figures that he bought. Japan haul. I guess he went to Japan. I don't know. Message from Anime Trash Swag. That said, "Are we waiting in the lobby?" Wait, never mind. Because we got dinner with them. Somebody's screaming out there. Let's see, who else? Sebastian says, "Hey Rocco, do you like quesadillas?" And I responded, "Hell yeah." See, I do try to respond as much as I can. And then someone had trouble with a poster they ordered, so I told them to Let's see. Happy birthday, BTW. That's from Alice. Thank you, Alice. Somebody went on a rant about the casino planet in Last Jedi. Is this interesting? Read some personal shit. What's personal here? I don't know what's personal. I keep it pretty professional on here. Read my notes. Now that's an interesting idea. Let's do that. Notes on the iPhone. Okay, I got the Notes application. This is boring, TBH. Yeah, Mr. Brawl. That's why I'm not picking up your call. All right. Latest note is Simple Green or 409, Clorox, Windex, Pledge. I think these are things that I needed to pick up. $90 by 86, give or take. That's my next note. And I think it's because of a shelf unit I wanted to buy. Okay, now we're getting into the weird notes. Okay, so sometimes when I have a dream, or sometimes I have thoughts or creative thoughts or stupid thoughts in between, like when I'm awake and I'm asleep. You know, it's like you're just half awake and you think stuff. I'll write it down immediately, otherwise I forget it. And there is this story that's been in my head for a long time, like years, and I don't think it'll ever. I would love to film it at some point. I don't want to say anything about it because at some point I want to make it, but I don't know how. Can you guys hear that? Like someone outside is like yelling. Anyway, yeah, that was creepy. I don't know. Anyway, so I had an idea for the story, and when I was asleep or half dreaming or whatever, I had this vision of like the opening page in a book, like it would open with a page, like a book opening, or a written diary page or something like that. And the page said, "To know me is to not remember. To free me is to forget me. To love me is to let me go." I wrote that as soon as I got out of bed. So someday I will make something with that in it that's trademarked. No one can use that. Someday there will be something with those lines in it. The next note is a joke I wrote for Todd and Aaron this year that didn't pan out. I thought it would be funny if so you guys have seen it, hopefully, maybe by this point. But we had Gus and Jeff from Rooster Teeth in it. And I thought it'd be fun to if they were a great choice. I also thought it would be fun if like it was the Fine Brothers. Just some bigger YouTubers that we made look bad. And originally my idea for that was whoever they are. Originally, I think we talked about the video opening with the substitutes. Like those substitute hosts would be there at the beginning, and then Todd and Aaron came in and beat them up and took the show back over. But it didn't pan out that way. But I wrote that if it was the Fine Brothers, they should if they hosted it, Todd and Aaron would beat them to death with a baseball bat. And then at the end, you could cut back to them on the floor all beaten up, and they would go, "Looks like we're the not Fine Brothers." So you could see why that joke did not happen. Not the strongest punchline. Can't read you the next note because that is not good. Okay. The next note was a name I wrote down because I thought it was a good character name. It was Gross Bugman. Gross Bugman. Like Gross Bugman. Stupid. The next one is, there's a video concept I wrote called We Still Do Rock Band. I don't want to read the rest of it because that might be a video. The next one is a shopping list: paper towels, trash bags, water, soap. Oh, man. The next one is a list of the Black Friday merchandise that came out that didn't happen. There really should have been... There was a certain DVD I wanted to re-release during Black Friday, and the company that we worked with dropped the ball, and I'm really sad about it. That's on the list, and it just makes me mad. Okay, next note is Haunted Mansion notes, because it was creepy old crypt we were filming. I want to find some dirty stuff here. Not dirty stuff, but like dirt. You know what I mean? Like Well, whoever's yelling, they're further away now, so that's a good thing. A lot of these are just boring notes, though. They're not really that interesting. Oh, we got another food update. Tyson got a steak. Ooh, that's a good-looking steak. Oh, damn. That's a red-ass bloody steak. That's the way I like it. Okay. Read us your sexting log. I'm getting nervous about whoever's saying shit out there. Here's some voice memos. Doing lines for the pronunciation video. I don't know if that's coming across. Okay. Should we do more calls? I gotta wrap this up at some point, actually, and maybe I should go. Oh, man. I should go outside and stream what's going on out there. Maybe. I have to set up some software where we can stream mobile this time. I think that would be good. So maybe I'll do that. Let's take one more call. Let's talk to Pearson. Is there a person or group you would have loved to collab with, but they don't do stuff anymore? Yeah. I always wanted to do something with Brian Ferenzi, but he's not really like around. Hello? Can you hear me? Wait, I can't hear them. I can't hear you. Hello? I'm not getting any audio. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. Your mic is off. I'm giving them a chance because these are good people.
Try now.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
I can hear you now. Oh my God! Now it's blowing out. Now it's too far.
Okay, is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine. I have to say I did not expect this. I did not think we were ever going to get another Palom call in the history of our organization, but
Yeah.
somehow stealth it happened.
Yeah.
This is unprecedented. I mean, I just a lot of times when people trick us with like the names and stuff, it's a bad thing, but a Palom call is a good thing in my opinion. So, what brings you here?
Well, recently I got a hernia. and
Sorry, that's not funny.
Well, I didn't really know what a hernia was because I Googled it and it didn't quite make sense to me. And people have been trying to explain it to me. So it's kind of like a pimple, but it doesn't go away. And then I spoke to my dad about it. And apparently it's fairly common and a lot of people get it. And I shouldn't go to the doctor for it. And butt cream is good enough. Right?
Oh, okay.
Have you had a hernia before?
No.
Has anyone in the office?
I don't think so.
I heard it's fairly common among office workers.
Oh, really? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think anyone here has had that. I think someone that Shawn dated a long time ago, I know had some pretty gnarly problems with that, but are we talking about the same thing? People in the chat are saying you're talking about a hemorrhoid.
Oh, you're talking about a hemorrhoid.
Talking about a hemorrhoid.
Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Because I thought a hernia was like a weakened muscular wall around your like organs and stuff. That's what I thought.
Oh.
This isn't just a her thing. I was saying hernia as well.
Oh, okay.
This could go on for like a week.
Oh yeah, I think that's very different.
Well, I got cream for it, so I think I'll be okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. I don't. No, I haven't had that. I haven't had that either, though. I haven't had that either. I'm medically, I'm perfect. That's not true, but I haven't had those. No.
Because I read up about it, and it mentioned the potential of it signaling that you have cancer, and that kind of freaked me out. But my parents told me not to go to the doctor, so I've been taking fiber pills and putting hernia cream in my butt.
I'm sorry, say what?
Oh, I need to look at chat. I don't have it up, but I'm wondering, like, so you put it up your ass because there's an applicator. How do you disinfect it? Because it smells like ass afterwards.
What? I don't know.
Rubbing alcohol?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know how to handle that. I have no experience with that.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to let you down.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anxiety poops?
Like you're nervous, like you're scared because you ditched class, so you shit in the woods.
Basically.
Okay. No, I don't think so. I think if I'm like more nervous about something, I feel more and more like I'm gonna barf rather than the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've had anxiety poops for a while.
Really?
And yeah, I self-diagnosed myself with IBS, but it's gotten better in the past couple of years. And now I just like try to meditate in place if it happens, and it works out pretty well. But now that I have a hernia, I've been kind of screwed over again.
Well, you don't really have a hernia.
You have a hemorrhoid?
Hemorrhoids are very different. Hernia is like, yeah, it's very, very different. But yeah, that's rough. But I'm sorry, the anxiety is because of that problem, or is it something else?
I think I have irregular poops. Like I poop once a week, and apparently that's not normal.
Wait, once a week?
Yeah.
What the?
But it's like my whole life, so I don't know if that's terrible or not. If it's constant.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that is not good. I mean, should I? Am I? Maybe I'm crazy, but I think that is like probably like should be like every day.
That's how it is. My boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's every day. But it seems like for males, it's more every day. I haven't asked too many female friends about it, but for me, it's like once or twice a week.
Yeah, once a week that's scary. That has happened to me. You know what though? It's funny. That's happened to me. For me, it's every day. God, what are we talking about? For me, it's every day. But like I've gone on like trips before where it's like really exciting, and I'm like, you know, whatever, and I'm living it up, and and it's like the end of the week, and it's like, oh my God, how is this scientifically possible? And that's not good. That's not good. You should see a doctor. I'm thinking you should.
Well, I go to a Christian hospital, and I don't like what they tell me because it's usually religious based. So I'm waiting to get my own insurance.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, there are probably other hospitals.
Well, we're under insurance that's like Catholic based, so they only recommend certain hospitals there for Catholics.
What? You get your insurance from the Pope? What is this?
No, my mom's a nurse.
Oh.
So she gets hospital insurance.
Oh man, so many things have spun me around in this conversation. No. Well, I hope you find the right hospital and they can get that all sorted.
But maybe I can go to urgent care, but I don't know if urgent care is right for that.
Yeah, I mean you could. Yeah, I mean they would. I don't know. Just say it hurts real bad.
But then they'll give me pills, and I don't want pills because I once got my face scratched when I fell off the swing a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then I was admitted to the hospital for 5 days. Like 2 months later, because the antibiotics ate up my good germs in my stomach.
Whoa.
And I had C. diff, and I was bleeding. Blood was coming out of me when I was taking a shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Shitty blood, like bloody shit, is not a good thing. Like, well, okay, I'm stating the obvious, but I didn't realize that was such a bad thing. Like, apparently, like you could, if you find it, this is interesting medical stuff that I learned. If you have like piss in your blood, no, I'm sorry, I said strike that, reverse it. If you have blood in your piss, it could be like 1,000 different things. It could be like, oh, it's just this, or it's just that, or it's an injury, or it's that. And apparently it's not a big deal. But if it's in your shit, it's like, oh, you could be dying. You could be, it's like...
I could have died from this if I didn't go to hospital.
Yeah. So that's really, really gnarly.
The crazy thing is I had a headache for a full week, and Advil didn't help. And then I started shitting blood, and then we went to the hospital.
Man. Yeah, I ran to the hospital once because I had a bunch of stomach problems once, and I had like straight up like shits that looked like end of Evangelion stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like, yikes! This is it was like blood moon shit. So I saw a doctor, and it was like, okay, what do I do? Because this is bad. I know this is bad. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, it's it's like blood red, huh? Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then they were like, have you been taking Pepto-Bismol? And I was like, yes, because my stomach's messed up. And they were like, yeah, then don't worry. And I'm like, what do you mean don't worry? And they said it's the pink dye in Pepto-Bismol. They dye it pink. And it was like my body was storing it up. It's like sometimes you eat a birthday cake and you have like blue shits.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing. It was just Pepto-Bismol made it red. And they were like, that's not blood at all. That's like food coloring. It's like, what the fuck? Like, they shouldn't be using that. So anyway. So
was
sometimes
it like
it's okay. What?
Was it light pink?
No, it was red. It was straight up red.
Mm.
But they were like, no, it's still normal.
Did it hurt when you took a piss?
No, it wasn't my piss. It was the other. It was. It was number 2.
So like a scarier thing that's happened to me is I got what's that thing in Hollywood?
A UTI?
I got a UTI.
Oh no.
And it like hurt to pee, so I went to urgent care and they had me pee in a glass it felt like a cup. I don't know if it was a cup.
Yeah.
And it was like this dark purple with like goop inside, and it terrified me.
Why did you ask about Hollywood?
I forgot what it was called.
Well, why did Hollywood come into the question? Like you said Hollywood and then UTI. What did that have to do? I don't get it.
I was visiting California, and we had to go to a Hollywood-based urgent care.
Oh, okay. Because I just thought like it was a Hollywood trend or something.
Maybe.
I think it is, and so that's why I was asking. That sucks. Yeah. That's awful. That's terrible. Yeah. That's no joke. Anyway. Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out. You know, everyone's good and healthy, or I'm assuming healthy. I mean, I don't know if your problems are all resolved.
Hemorrhoid?
Yeah. No. Hernia. No.
Hernia? No, I still have my hernia.
It's not a hernia. Is a serious muscular intestinal wall thing. If you had a hernia, you'd be under the knife right now. That's not what it is. Go listen to the song. There's a song, Living with a Hernia, that will tell you everything.
So people live with it then?
Hernia? No. It's a Weird Al song. Never mind. But hemorrhoid is bad. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Do you? Oh man, I was going to ask a personal question. Well, you said this doesn't make sense because you said you're only shitting one time a week. This doesn't add up. Typically, hemorrhoids, people get them when they're like, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be straight up.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real.
Well, we've been real so far.
Okay, good. Typically, it's like when a fat guy is like on the toilet a long time every day.
Mm.
And you have subverted that in every single way possible.
Yeah, I've lost weight since last time.
Well, but you're not. Yeah, okay. But, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. The whole thing is just not adding up. None of this is adding up.
So, well, I sit a lot because I work at the computer and I go to school.
Okay.
So that may be part of it. And then also, so because I only poop once a week, sometimes it's like very constipated shit. So I started spreading my cheeks, and that might contribute to it. Cause I started having this like a month ago, but now it's gotten worse to the point where like after I take your shit, some blood comes out, like pure blood. So I'm like, it must be like that bump on my anus. But I got cream. My mom got it from like a whole vitamin place, so it should be good. Not like Walgreens.
Yeah.
Like whole vitamins.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Fiber too.
That's good. Got that squared away. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're on the road to recovery, so you know.
Yeah. I just want to let everyone know, like, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can get this shit. Like, I'm still under 25.
Yep.
Beware.
Yeah, you should beware. Definitely. But then, you know, I've never had it, so and I fit every description, of someone who should. I'm sitting at the computer all day, and I'm just shitting like crazy every day.
But maybe it's because your shit's like smooth, they just come out, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got no trouble.
So maybe that's how you're avoiding it.
Maybe, because some people, they strain and just fucking, it's like a battle. So that's not me. No, for me, it's always a pleasant experience. It's, I'll bring it. I'll get the Nintendo Switch. I'll load up Xenoblade, and I'll just I'll be in there for an hour. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying not to bring my phone to the bathroom, so I started bringing my sketchbook in and been sketching out like logos for clients. That's been pretty nice.
That's cool. Do you ever tell them when the logos are done, like, hey, guess where I came up with this?
It depends how close we are.
There's been a couple videos that we've done in the past where we needed like a song, just like a beat or something in the background, and I've been on the toilet and I'll have an iPad with GarageBand, and I'll make a quick beat in GarageBand. And that'll be in the video. And one of them aired on TV, and I remember being really proud. I was like, I made the music for this while I was shitting.
Yeah.
If anybody out there wants to watch one of the videos that I remember was I think it was E3 Predictions. It was the one with the Russian scientists. I think it was called E3 Predictions. And if you watch that, the opening song, the opening track, it zooms in on the Earth. Yeah, that was made on the toilet. So
that was a good video.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I wasn't even, I'm not speaking to the quality of the video, but now people know something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever listened to that mixtape by DJ Shit?
No.
Oh, you never heard Dookie Vibes Volume 1?
Well, I've never known. Oh, here's a crazy thing. Like, I've heard Beatles songs, but I've never known about them until last year.
Wait, who? Wait, who?
Beatles.
I'm not talking. Who brought up the Beatles?
We're talking about music. It's an open genre.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. It is. Music is an open genre. That's true. That's a very good point. You never heard the Beatles or heard of the Beatles?
No, I've heard them a lot, especially through Target commercials, but I never knew who they were.
You never knew who they were
until last year.
Like, you never saw a picture of them?
I never recognized them by their names or anything.
Oh, wow. Okay, so if you're a Beatles expert now, name the Beatles.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Yeah.
John Lennon, Ringo Starr.
Boom.
Harrison. I want to say Harrison Ford, but it's not.
Yeah, Harrison Ford, you got it. Okay. And the fourth one, I'm so happy the fourth one is the one I'm glad this is the one that was saved for last.
It's not John Parker. But...
No, John Parker, close. Peter Parker, getting closer. Okay, yeah. No, what do you...
I don't know, he's like the cute soft boy that's kind of like John Lennon.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
So you know all of them except for the unquestionably most famous.
I thought John Lennon was the most famous.
Yeah, you know what? He's up there. That's true, but he's dead. So that kind of dampens it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Give me a clue.
Because of the P.
Paul McCartney.
There you go. Boom. Awesome. Yeah. He's not as good as Harrison Ford, but he does the trick. Anyway, well, I'm glad you finally discovered the Beatles. That's good.
Thanks.
What would you say is your favorite Beatles song?
What's that one in that Valerian movie?
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, my heart just stopped.
That is not the Beatles, is it? No.
I don't know.
No, it is the Beatles. The Valerian trailer.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Is it Nothing's Gonna Change My World?
I don't think so.
Damn, I can't remember.
Something.
It's not Temporary Secretary.
What's the other one? Like
Across the Universe. Yeah.
Across the Universe?
Yeah, Across the Universe. Okay.
Help's good. So when you scream across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, got that figured out. That's good. Anyway, well, man, I can't thank you enough for calling in. I really didn't expect this, and it was a great way to just check in and see how. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since you last called in, but I mean, quite a while, I imagine. I'm assuming life has been good since then. I mean,
Finished puberty. That's been great. Figured out what I want to do for a career. Found confidence in myself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And as for your career, is that I'm assuming it's some kind of artistic thing because you mentioned the logo.
I do graphic design and front end development.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Very cool. Well, it's always great to hear a success story. You know, some callers that drop off on here, we never hear from them again, and you know, you never know where they ended up. You know, sometimes it's bad, but you know, we have a success story here. She's, I mean, other than the medical pitfalls, you know, you are working in a career you like, so that's good. So congratulations on that.
The Valerian song is Because.
Oh, because the world is... Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it influenced me to watch the movie, which wasn't that great.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear very good stuff about that. I only saw The Fifth Element like a few months ago. And that was pretty good, but this was by the same guy, but I just kept hearing it was bad, so I skipped it. Anyway, but enough about that. Anyway, thank you for calling in and all that stuff. It was great to check back in with you and get every update.
My hair's been thinning out, which has sucked, but I think that's about it.
What happened?
Well, I used to have really thick hair, and it's been thinning out.
Oh, yeah, I feel you on that. No, it's not. You're not alone. It happens.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But all right. Well, everyone is up to date now on what's happening to Pelham, and we couldn't be happier. Thank you very much for your call. Appreciate it.
Thanks for answering.
All right. Take care. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Bye. Oh, man.